Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to our casting of this game. My name is Acrillus. Today we'll be watching a series between the round two winners of
5 seconds remaining.
the Stockholm Major, aka DreamLeague Season 11. We can get right into it in just a second, but just to give a background on these two teams here, take a look on the recent match history of the two winners. Looks like Fnatic were able to overwhelm Virtus Pro in order to advance, as well as KG going through a pretty tough series against EG, but coming out pretty convincingly at the end as the winners. So two teams that have done pretty well. I see King Gaming worked harder for their win than Fnatic did, but King Gaming also looked a lot more prepared and a lot more good at executing the meta. But I like a Fnatic's comp, and I like Fnatic's team lineup, and I like the players that are on there. So hopefully, it should be an exciting match overall. Well, let's get right into it though with the first game of the series. Hopefully, going to
Five
get to a
seconds
game three,
remaining.
but if not, we'll take a look at the first two games here as we
Dire
come to the
team
first
ban.
draft.
Radiant team ban.
Obviously, expecting probably support bans coming out the first wave. Shadow Shaman coming out first. Should probably be a Chen ban here from Fnatic, as it is most likely. It is probably one of the more
Dire
popular
team's turn to ban.
bans, but a lot of teams have been shifting away from it as the Razor ban comes out instead, focusing that mid pick as well as potentially a safe lane flex. Shadow Shaman being one of the more dominant supports in this patch. Serpent Wards makes it so that your support has split push pressure, which
Radiant
is
team ban.
insanely good on a position 4 or position 5. Especially since like once your safe lane kind of just has enough sustain or like can stay in the lane without like getting pushed out too hard, you can kind of just roam and use Serpent Wards to push on the other side of the map and bring more attention to areas away from your safe lane carry. But that's a good tool. And unfortunately, it's not going to be available this game. Pangolier is also locked out from
10 seconds
King
remaining.
Gaming as well. Kind of scared by the Pangolier
Five
performance
seconds remaining.
from our boys in Fnatic here. I think
Dire team's turn to ban.
DJ was probably the one to execute it, right? I think DJ was the Pangolier player, but Chen Van comes out from Fnatic. Pretty good. Chen still a strong pick, though not as popular, I guess. I mean, it was still banned and drafted in like every single game, except for like maybe two or three. So it has to be strong. The Chen was just to such great lengths in the
10
group
seconds
stage
remaining.
that it's just on everyone's mind. And it is still like a strong pick, but not
Five
as strong
seconds
as some other
remaining.
picks. So we'll probably see some deliberation on whether or
Radiant
not that
team's turn to ban.
stays a ban in this series. But based off that Chin ban, looks like King Gamer are going to go with the Lifestealer next, opting not to go for that, not to play into that team dynamic, and instead probably looking for something similar to like a troll comp. Usually in these compositions when they draft, a lot of people will ban out Lifestealer and then either
10
go
seconds
for
remaining.
troll or Phantom Assassin or something that like
5 seconds remaining.
does really well in like the mid game
Dire
and like
team's turn to
kind of
ban.
snowballs out of control if the team gets a lead. One of the good compliments to Troll, by the way, being Oracle, as it is banned out by Fnatic. Fnatic really identifying that the draft has kind of shifted in like what their goals were after the Lifestealer ban goes out, as it always does. But yeah, we'll probably expect to
Radiant
see
team's turn to pick.
a good support pick as King Gaming go for their pretty typical Coddle first pick, I'd say. Did manage to pick Coddle
Radiant team's
in
turn
all
to pick.
three games of
Dire
their
team.
series against Evil Geniuses, as Fnatic go with the quick lock-in on the two characters, the Nyx Assassin, pretty good position 4 pick, as well as the Juggernaut. Very early safe lane carry pick. And that has to be safe lane. Fnatic can do a little bit of finagling, maybe some lane swaps to find a better matchup for it, but Juggernaut's going to be the pick here for
10 seconds
our boy
remaining.
MP. As the Nyx Assassin, in all likelihood, is probably going to go to DJ,
5 seconds
Fnatic's
remaining.
position 4 player. Uh, Nyx is good. Nyx is really strong. The Impale, obviously being an AoE or like a straight line stun, enables you to stun multiple targets as well as like pressure the lane pretty early on, as far as level 1, or as early as level 1. So pretty good hero overall.
Dire
The
team
stealth
ban.
from Vendetta really allows you to establish some really good vision and information during the mid game, so it'll be really important there. Especially since they need to encounter this Troll Warlord, which has been picked up from King Gaming. Looks like with the way Fnatic have picked that Juggernaut, looks like they prioritize it pretty highly, which may mean you may expect to see a Magnus ban here in the draft in this next wave of bans.
10 seconds remaining.
Both teams looking like they could really do with the Magnus pick, but not in like
5 seconds remaining.
immediate need for
Radiant
it.
team's turn to ban.
Magnus obviously could be potential position 4 or position 3. If it's to boost the farm power of their safe lane, that's probably going to be position 4, which is already locked up by Fnatic.
Great, they're back.
So it could be a position 5 Magnus or position 3 Magnus for Fnatic, or it could just be anything for King Gaming. King Gaming, I think could do with the Magnus. I think it would work into their
10 seconds
composition
remaining.
because they're going to go for a position 4 in this next draft as the Enigma ban comes out.
5 seconds
Denying
remaining.
Fnatic, the boy DJ from that position 5 Enigma that literally destroyed everyone. It was gross. It was a position 5 as position 4, and they already have the Nyx, but I guess they're kind of wary of an Enigma pick to balance things out and make it so that the troll is kind of hard to execute in the later parts of the game if they get hit by a fat black hole. But yeah, Enigma is one of those characters that it has so much influence with his team fighting abilities that like as long as you have something that's pretty
Got a
decent
team
in
ban.
early game, you're like it's still a good pick. As a starter ban comes out from Fnatic, Fnatic kind of concerned about things that can pierce spell immunity, for example, the corrosive haze before Blade or after Blade Fury, as well as the bash, which regularly pierces spell immunity every day, which will lead up to more CC, included but not limited to Wisp,
10 seconds
a
remaining.
Slithering Crush, a Root from Troll, 50 hits from Troll,
5 seconds
or
remaining.
anything else like that. But we'll see what the next ban is out from King Gaming here as they have started to use their reserve time. If we're expecting a support pick, potentially could be a Bane, maybe? I don't know if Bane is good. I think Bane Nightmare negates Omni Slash damage, right? Because it's an auto attack. Like it counts as a right click, I suppose. I could be wrong though. Feel free to leave a comment if I'm wrong about that. If Nightmare makes you immune to Omni Slash, but other than that, could potentially see some pretty good offlane picks here. I think a Doom is most likely going to be in the mix. We'll likely see a Leshrac probably be brought up sometime during the draft as well. Both offlane picks, which probably should have shown up earlier in the draft in place of the safe lanes, but both teams really just eager to
Radiant
lock
team ban.
down the hero that they want the most in their composition. So the response, oddly enough, going to be a Shadow Demon ban from King Gaming. Shadow Demon probably being with Disruption one of the better counters against Troll Warlord, because during his battle trance he can't really control himself, so the disruption keeps him like in one place for like a good
10
long
seconds
duration, like
remaining.
a good amount of time. As well as spawns the illusions that could potentially harm Troll
5
like a good
seconds
amount.
left.
Like the
Don't freak
disruption
out.
illusions from Shadow Demon do so much damage. Not as much as like Darkseer illusions, but you get the idea. As Fnatic also going to use some of their return or reserve time here.
Radiant team's turn
As
to
the
pick.
Ursa ban
Dire team's
comes
turn to
out,
pick.
potentially looking at dangerous offlaners, it seems, from Fnatic as well as, but King Gaming are looking for some dangerous position 4 or 5 players. Yeah, position 4 or 5 picks. As the Winter Wyvern pick does come out, um, pretty strong against a Caudle, I'd say. The Winter Wyvern is one of those ones with spell piercing, with spell immunity piercing ability with the Cold or Winter's
10
Curse.
seconds remaining.
Pretty proficient against a Caudle too. Like if you hit a Caudle with a Winter's Curse and like
5 seconds
the troll's
remaining.
on him, the troll will kill him like instantly. Yeah, Caudle's really squishy. So if you get a decent Winter's Curse, an ideal Winter's Curse is where you hit either like someone who really needs to die or just someone who's really tanky, so that it sets up for the rest of your damage. But best Winter's Curse is when your target dies from his teammates, and it's also the most satisfying. So that's going to be the ideal situation there. Obviously, this Wyvern probably going to go to Jabs, the position 5 player for Fnatic. As King Gaming using up a considerable amount of the reserve time here for this next pick. Looks like they're trying to
Radiant
figure out a
team's turn
counter
to pick.
pick
Puck.
as the puck comes in here. I'm not sure if that's a potential counter pick, but it does work well in the fact that Wyvern doesn't really have any lockdown except for Cold Embrace. And the Nyx Assassin only has Impale, which I mean you can only really hit against a puck
Who could turn away from
if you
this
try to
battle?
bait out
10 seconds remaining.
the phase shift. and you bait out the
5
blink
seconds
or whatever,
remaining.
or you do it from stealth when you're in Vendetta. So gonna be hard to lock this puck
Dire
down here.
team's turn to pick.
I'd expect it to be as the
Timbersaw.
Timbersaw gets picked up from Fnatic. That's gonna be the Ice pick
Radiant team ban.
for Fnatic as the responsive Doom pick for the off lane comes out. Looks like both teams trying to just pick up their respective laners. As the mid pick should be the last pick for Fnatic with the with the position 4 pick, right? For King Gaming here, unless the puck is position 4, which in many
10
cases
seconds
is
remaining.
possible. I could see Kaka playing a decent puck,
5 seconds remaining.
but in all likelihood, this is probably going to go to E. As the last wave of bans come through, should expect Fnatic to deliberate on this for a little bit since they're probably going to think about what their last pick is going to be during the same amount of time, because this ban is going to directly relate to what their last pick will probably be. But what do you want to keep away from King Gaming here? If you know the puck is mid, there's going to be a position 4. Earth Spirit's a possibility
Dire
of
team's
danger
turn to ban.
as it gets banned out. I call that. Thank you for that. Nice. Always satisfying to see that, but yeah, Deer Spirit's a pretty good aggressive roaming support, but if we're thinking the puck is a position 4, they could pick a mid here. And what's like a good mid in general that just like
10 seconds remaining.
complements his composition? They got Doom for single target,
5
Dream
seconds
Coil,
remaining.
Wisp for team fight. At the puck's position 4, they need a mid that kind of just farms, right? Yeah. Razor's out. Viper's still up. Viper's still potential. OD is still up.
Dire team's turn to pick.
Shadow Fiend is still up. Pardon me. Ember is no longer up as King Gaming Pro for that ban. Yeah, seeing the potential danger in in an Ember pick. Is it good against Puck? I'd say so. Yeah, pretty decent. The bolas pretty much make it really hard for Puck to move out of one place.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
That Timbersaw dance is funny. As King Gaming, gonna use the rest of their time for this last pick here. What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about here? So Fnatic obviously think you're gonna pick a position 4 because the puck is a pretty decent pick, though it does get countered by likes of like I mean, what counters it here? Let's go again puck. Shadow Fiend might be a decent pick. Abed's Meepo is still up,
Radiant team's turn to pick.
though Meepo probably not a good pick in here. As a very special line pick comes out for King Gaming. Not seeing a lot of line in the meta recently, but a very good position for a hell of a lot of CC on that character, as well as a lot of good lane pressure with that character as well, with the mana drain complementing him, allowing him to cast as many spells as is needed.
10 seconds remaining.
Though the prominence of like magic sticks on like every
5
character in
seconds
the game
remaining.
is gonna make that a little harder. Fnatic still have a minute here to decide on the last pick, so we'll probably be waiting for that. Let's think. I like King Gaming's comp. The fingers, a lot of burst combined with puck. So those are the two, like, probably the two most important people for the early game for King Gaming here. Whereas Fnatic probably need to depend upon the aggression in the Juggernaut lane to really do well. Yeah, I think the Timber can be pretty much left alone. Against a Troll Warlord, it's not really hard to lane against. The Coddle might make it a little difficult with the Illuminates, but if you dodge those well enough, then you should be fine. Uh, Nyx is probably gonna roam mid a lot and roam to the safe lane a lot. Depends upon this mid pick from Fnatic as the
Choose
Dragon
your
Knight is
hero.
locked in. Okay, so it's gonna be a relatively safe pick. Yep. Yeah, Dragon Knight's a good counter against Puck. Like, you really don't take too much damage if you get bracers. And if you get like regen and you max Dragon Blood, then you can just like continuously spam Breathe Fire on the wave and pick that up every single time. So pretty intelligent pick from Fnatic there. I've seen every single game that Abed's picked Puck, he usually bans Dragon Knight out sometime during the draft to keep it out of there. So pretty intelligent for Abed to recognize that his own pick can or his own picks counters. But let's take a look at the lane assignments. Pretty typical. Old Chicken gonna go together with the Dark in the safe lane. Kaka gonna go together with 11 in the off lane for KG, and E obviously, which is that guy with the mid laner for King Gaming. You'll notice that he has a line as his name. If we're not already aware of it, the man himself is using a Chinese character as his username, which is the Chinese character for the number 1, which is pronounced as E. So we'll call him E, the meme, the boy. Uh, on the side of Fnatic for the lane assignments, we'll see Jabs as the position 5 together with MP in that safe lane. Fnatic's DJ and Ice 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 in the off lane, and Abed obviously with that mid lane Dragon Knight. What can we expect from this game? Like I said, a lot of aggression probably from the safe lane of Fnatic. We'll see a lot of aggression from the off lane of Fnatic, or off lane of King Gaming in response. With that line probably going to be under a lot of pressure. He doesn't have. Does he have the finger stacks on his Immortal? The Lion Immortal? I'm not too sure. We'll check it out as we get into game 1 here, this best of 3 series of the round 2 of the winners bracket. Hopefully we'll see some. As I get disconnected, my apologies for the sound issues there. If I hurt anyone's ears with that, I apologize. But we'll get right into this game here. Take a look at the starting positions for both players. Fnatic opting for that initial smoke to kind of mask their lane assignments. Looks like though the lane distribution is going to be pretty standard. Yep, off lane going to go up against the safe lane. Chicken. Yep, most members of Fnatic coalescing top side for that bounty rim pressure, as well as most members of KG opting for this bottom rune pressure. MP does have Blade Fury, or should get Blade Fury soon, in order to prevent himself from dying. But 4 members of KG here potentially could jump on MP if he does mess up. So if he does get stunned in a bad position, then this might be very bad. Gonna get caught off by 11 here by the trees, but got just enough movement speed to avoid getting clinched, as he doesn't see the members of KG walking up onto this ramp. So might be bad for him. He's still staying over there. Should just give up the rune, but if he gets greedy, then this might be a bad situation for him. No, he's gonna play it safe. Yep, Jab's gonna re-rotate back just to make sure that things are a-okay for him, as E goes back to block the wave.
Let's get moving.
Standard starts overall, we'll see Dark making a slow rotation back towards his respective lane in the top. But yeah, in all honesty, I think Fnatic's top lane have a potential to get a kill in the earlier parts of the game if Whirling Death consecutively hits the troll and he opts to get a lot of last hits with range or with melee instead of range. But the fact that the troll can stay ranged, and it kind of requires you to get close to him in order to do damage, it's pretty hard. Pretty hard for things to work out well, as 11 does the pretty nifty devour trick, giving him the guaranteed range creep and the HP regen necessary. Kaka making that rotation out onto MP. Getting in with that Earth Spike, as the Arctic Burn really doing a lot of damage to Kaka here, but Job's going to take a lot of damage in return from the minion wave. Take a look at top lane, see how that's going. Ice opting for the Whirling Death level 1 instead of the reactive armor is going to make him a little squishier. More potential for him to get take a lot of damage here. But yeah, KG safe lane, not really committing to anything aggressive, so can be pretty sure of that. Abed obviously going to be at a pretty decent disadvantage in this lane, as he managed to pick up that ward on the top, or on the mid lane. But yeah, he's going to have a relatively slower start compared to E here. E's obviously going to have the advantage, but he can never really push the Dragon Knight out of lane unless Abed messes up and takes a lot of damage and doesn't regen properly. But the salve going to get popped from him when the Illusory Orb is on cooldown, so it can't get interrupted. But yeah, shouldn't really expect too much excitement from this game overall. If anything, we might see a good kill onto the Lion or the Doom here using Blade Fury. It is possible. In all likelihood, it's probably the most possible kill on the map right now. Mid really definitely not going anywhere. Abed really just tanking as much as he can. If he's opting for bracers, yep, then he's not going to take any damage from KG, or from E here. TJ in a awkward position. trying to most likely prevent the pull here, but Dark is nowhere to be found. So DJ's going to come up here for just a little bit of harass, possibly, onto the Coddle. TP is out from DJ into the lane here. Kaka in a bad position. He does hex up MP, but the Impale's going to lock him down. That's going to be first blood for Fnatic. An excellent rotation out from DJ, but he has to make sure Ice plays careful in return so that they don't get a return kill top. Though it will be a lot harder considering it's a troll and a coddle. So all in all, an excellent play from Fnatic, pretty much identifying that there's no real threat in the safe lane of KG. So DJ's pretty free to roam about, which might spell disaster for KG in this mid game here. Though we won't expect much rotations mid with the Dragon Knight and all. If Abed hits 6, they could try to gank the puck, but in pretty much every single case, it's gonna be a fluke. Like it's gonna be a flop. I think it's way too hard. Yep. DJ is gonna set up this tri lane now with MP. Pressure proving to be a little on the heavy side from Kaka on 11, so GG gonna be the one to supplement it while Jabs goes for the wave pull. Infernal Blade coming down on MP. Pretty typical laning phase for a Doom here. Timber pretty much experiencing the same thing as we'll probably see the worst of the lanes being the bottom lane here. Arctic Burn again on a Kaka, combined together with that Impale. Blade Flurry should be able to pick him up again, as that's kill number 2 for the bottom lane of Fnatic. Blade Fury managed to pick that up. Scorched Earth, though, activated together with Infernal Blade's Burn. Puts MP at a pretty low total. Does have mana, though, to pop the healing ward, so Kitty's going to keep him safe for now. Yeah, I mean, MP doesn't have as many last hits, but he sure as heck is caught up in net worth. Like, he's not too far behind. And in all likelihood, Chicken's probably going to go for an aggressive build, right? And so is he. I don't know. They're both committing to their early game items right now. I'd expect them to... yeah, they really need to wait for that Dragon Knight to come online, so it's probably going to be an aggressive Juggernaut build here. The Troll, it could go up in the air as either or, as the Impale and the Arctic Burn miss onto Kaka here. Kaka being a little more careful there. Possibly some danger there for DJ as the Earth Spike lands. Spike Carapace is going to stun both members of KG's. The bounty runes are coming up. Impale going to secure that rune for Fnatic's off lane, or Fnatic's safe lane, as the Blade Fury puts Kaka away from the bounty rune so that DJ can claim it. Scorched Earth, though, going to threaten Jabs here potentially. Is the Infernal Blade. Yep, together with that big old Shockwave, is going to collect that first kill for KG. Pause comes out from DJ. Looks like might be having some issues. But while we're on that pause, talk about how this bottom lane is probably going to go. Like I said, I can expect to see Kaka be in danger a good amount of times, but Doom and the Lion have potential to kill these squishier supports, as well as the Jug, who is also squishy on his own. So, I mean, still potential, but Fnatic have to play an aggressive safe lane because their Dragon Knight's not going to help them for like the first 10 minutes. First 15, 20 minutes, I think, honestly. Like, you have to go Midas here, right? Yeah, okay, so, yeah. The Juggernaut, MP is opting for Yasha. Probably gonna go Yasha into Diffusal or something like of the sort. It's been pretty popular nowadays with aggressive supports, and it helps, like, lock down people pretty well. So, probably gonna offer that build this time around. Looks like the Dragon Knight's gonna go for a slower build with the power shreds. Probably, most likely, into something like Midas or Armlet or Halberd. Maybe in Blink or Shadowblade, as Kaka, again, in an unfavorable position. The Arctic Burn really just setting up for the Impale. Unfortunately, DJ doesn't have his glasses on, or the pause made him lose eyesight. The Impale goes wide. Unfortunately, misses on Kaka. Maybe looking for the dodge. Kaka might have dodged it earlier, as the Dragon Tail and Dragon Form comes out from Abed. Impale onto KG's E to put him down low, but the Dream Coil here. 4 members of KG trying to come up on this. Splinter Blast goes out into E, puts him down pretty low, but Abed can't afford to leave the Dream Coil. Still pretty tanky, but that's not gonna be enough for KG as they manage to take him down. Second kill out for KG here. Actually in a bit of a gold lead. Looking pretty even overall though, but eventually passing that 1k. So we are definitely solidly in the lead for KG here. More, I'd say it's mostly because of the farm from the Doom and the Troll, putting them in the lead, and the fact that the people like Abed got put far back behind there. I think. Yeah, he fell down behind the puck just because of that. As the Arctic Burn comes out from jabs to give him flight and allow him to dodge out that aggression. But yeah, now the Jug doing pretty well for himself. Does have Blade Fury and Wraithband, so yeah. So he's gonna, with his crit, be able to clear out some camps here, cover out some waves there. But the jungling is probably gonna be the most efficient, since Abed can't really jungle right now. How else is the lane going? Old Chicken's doing pretty well. He's opted for the level 2 boots for the phase boots first instead of the second Wraithband, which is pretty warranted. Jab's actually getting jumped on by the offlane combo there. Yeah, like I said, Kaka and 11 still have very good kill potential, so Jabs has to play carefully. He doesn't have Arctic Burn. Bit of a danger here is Chicken in a bit of trouble. DJ doesn't have Impale yet, but does have Trockum from Ice Ice Ice. Manages to dodge as the chain should come in to finish him off with the Whirling Death. Yep, that's pretty good kill. Pretty good kill there as damn, that's crazy. Yeah. Old Chicken jumping down from first on the net worth down to second. 3,400 now, getting close to that Jug, who's 400 away. Kaka in a bit of trouble though, looking to be fine though, as the Devour from Doom really just keeping him up in the net worth. It's like an instant 100 gold every time, which is really nice. It's like an extra Midas. You know, the Doom isn't really that. The Doom is obviously a pivotal ability, but I feel like the Doom is more prioritized in draft just because of its laning phase and anything else. Just how like easy it is to stay in lane with Doom is just so nice with the Devour. Timing it perfectly with like the health regen you need is just so good. As E roaming about, looking potentially for some aggression here. Pings out into the jungle though, looking for an enemy in the trees, trying to bait something out here. Looks like Dark trying to bait out, but the wave gets pulled from Fnatic, so the wave manages to spot E there in the trees. Nothing much else going to happen out of that. As Abed kind of just gets free reign, can pull waves every now and then, try to get some last hits in the jungle from that camp. But can play with relative ease, as his lane opponent does return back to lane. Pings out going to indicate that as well. Ooh, as the Splinter Blast unfortunately doesn't claim that, that Satyr last hit. It's interesting. They've just completely shifted the Jug to the jungle. And the Splinter Blast from Jabs is doing his best to cover the lane, but eventually that tower's going to fall, right? Like, the Doom and the Lion can just walk up and hit the tower constantly. There can be the reaction TP from Fnatic, but it's a huge commitment, especially if they just try to go into Jabs there, who isn't really worth too much gold. But it's good. I mean, they're being more efficient with their gold distribution. Jabs obviously needs like a good amount of items to remain safe in this game, as the TP goes out mid from Kaka to help protect his buddy. Old Chicken though in a bit of a situation as Ice 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 with DJ is gonna walk up and try to pressure the Dragon Tail though. Tail with Dragon Form from Abed, gonna pick up a quick kill on the Dark. Wasn't probably expecting the range from that engage. As KG now in response to the push down top tier 1 are looking for a response on the bottom side of the map. Jabs is there to defend, but in all likelihood will probably TP out of here. I don't think he's able to keep this going. The Illusory Orb wasted though from E, not being able to find Jabs in the trees here, so that's going to be a lost kill as the Illusory Orb, actually manages to find a clearing that he landed in. Looks like they're going to continue chasing as the, the courier managed to spot him. Creative use of the courier though is coming to drop off his items as Jabs commits his Cold Embrace, but it's not going to be enough, unfortunately, as he gets picked up by Kaka. Good use of the Dream Coil to interrupt what it wasn't guaranteed, but I think an Earth Spike into the trees would also have been reasonable, though it has a higher chance of missing. Yep, Fnatic still, I mean, as long as Fnatic are close to even this game, they're doing pretty well for themselves. Like, you're not going to out-farm a Dune in your lane. It's just not possible till the carry gets his farming items. Ice actually in a bit of a precarious situation here. The Willow's going to go down immediately, but he manages to time his chain well enough to dodge a good amount of the duration as the Spike Carapace comes out to lock up the Dune and the Troll Warlord. The chain, unfortunately, not going to be able to connect with the tree, so Ice is going to be the first victim to Kaka's finger. Stack number 1 going to Kaka. 11 minutes in. Not too bad on the timing for that. to be honest with you. That was the first finger of the game, so he's on the right track as Dragon Form comes up again for Abed, potentially looking to maybe make some more trades here in the middle lane. Already got the mid lane tower, so he's just really looking for farm. But since mid lane tower is open, potential for pressure here as well by Fnatic or even KG here. They could just sit up on the top ramp and try to pressure that. The Arctic Burn going to take out that regen, so Kaka has no mana regen. DJ going to take some time right now to take a break. He already has his Zern, but he's going to need a little more gold to be more effective in these fights. Probably opting yet for some mana regen with the Yules. Coming up next might possibly be a Tranquils for the enhanced speed, but he might also just wait for mana boots so that he can go to Guardian Greaves later during this game. The Guardian Greaves is probably going to go to the Timber as well. Timber now this game opting for an Atos. Nice for the lockdown. Really appreciate it, especially on a team that really lacks CC right now. The Winter's Curse as well as the Impale probably being the only two engaged tools, with Dragon Tail being at range for Abed. So some forms of like engage or pick off potential, but not really too much. So the added engage from DJ is going to be much appreciated with that Yule Scepter and the Atos from Ice Ice Ice. As KG really not looking to make their presence known up here on the top side of the jungle. Kaka pretty much just doing what he can to pick up some lane or some jungle farm as Dark really just tries to cover the waves. DJ going for a nice strike carapace while Vendetta goes for a quick stun onto Dark and cleans up a pretty quick clean kill. Kaka managing to stun up Ice 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 here with the Earth Spike. Ice 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 not being able to hit a tree with his chain. Second time in a row as he gets hexed during the travel time. Looks like he's going to go down. The drum's activated. It's going to be a quick kill clean from Old 11, who did not deserve that, but call it even there. Abed, along with jabs, smoked up in the mid lane, rotating towards the bottom lane, probably looking for a response kill, as well as pressure to advance upon this bounty rune and to bottom tier 1 tower. The shrine, or the scan actually going out into the top side jungle, or the bottom dire jungle, managing to spot out an enemy, in the jungle, so they should be waiting for someone here. Listen, the smoke hasn't popped, so I don't see him on the higher ground, so the person who comes to tower is going to be the main victim. As the Omni Slash goes on to Old Chicken, he does have Battle Trance, doesn't activate it before the Dragon Tail, so it looks like he's going to go down. Unfortunately for him, the TP from Kaka to try and stabilize, but he's already dead. Kaka's in a bit of trouble as Blade Fury comes down. TP's going to get canceled for the rest of KG, and like I said, you know a pro player has made a mistake when his teammates are nowhere to be near him. So, yeah, a couple mistakes from there from KG. We'll probably swing their gold lead back towards the favor of Fnatic here, especially with the tower going down soon enough. But 11 here with the rotation. Does have a double damage. Ooh, has a Midas with drums, so he's doing really good, taking the gold advantage they are early on and trying to multiply it as much as he can. Looks like MP here opting instead of Diffusal after the Asha, potentially looking for a Mjolnir, it looks like. Picking up that Javelin first time, I think, to get the added proc chance. But, yeah, that's what we can expect from him, I guess. So, an alternative farming build is what we'll call it, as 11 tries to pressure. Does have the Midas, so he'll always be in the gold lead, unless KEG start losing drastically. But other than that, not too much else in diversity of items. Kaka should be looking for a Blink Dagger, but won't get it for another 5 or 10 minutes or so. Old Chicken going for a Battle Fury, actually, surprisingly enough, instead of any other farm item, as 11 might be in a bit of trouble here. DJ looking to help out his buddy Jabs as the Arctic Burn takes him to half health to get that Splinter Blast. The Spike Carapace to cancel the TP, and that's going to be a clean kill on the 11 unless the Omni Slash doesn't pick up its mark. Yep. MP doesn't have Omni Slash, doesn't have the movement speed, so Drums is going to be able to get 11 out of there as the return kill from, a return aggression from KG onto Abed. The finger from Kaka, stack number 2, going to be able to claim Abed. One of the 2 core elements of Fnatic's comp, so that's not good. Drums picked up from Abed though, so he is technically looking to fight with Dragon Form right now. Didn't go for like a Midas or a farming item, so he is really definitely trying to make a difference in these team fights earlier on. So that's going to be exciting to see. Unfortunately, didn't work out so well just now, but that's still something we can work things out with. Ice 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 is going to be the one to get the Atos here, so he's going to be the one with the onus to make the engage, I think, or make the pick and decide where they go to engage on. As pings out both bottom and top, TP out. Doom looks like went out onto MP, but unsuccessful for 11 to claim the kill. Doom unfortunately wasted for the next 2 minutes, but he's still split pushing, so no, this is gonna be pretty bad. Once the Doom comes back out to fight with them, yeah, they're gonna have to wait. I mean, they have to wait for Finger anyways, right? So they're waiting for Wisp and Finger. Doom's on a 2-minute cooldown. Finger's on a 90-minute or 90-second cooldown. So Cock actually getting aggressed on by Ice here. The Hex comes out. Gonna let him get away pretty safely. As TP comes out to help out his buddy though, Abed gonna pick up the pick onto 11. As the rest of his teammates actually looking to follow up. The Winner's Curse to come into the Shrine though. Is he gonna go down? Splinter Bass does not finish him off as Ice just managed to clean up that kill. Abed looking pretty low in a dangerous situation. The Cold Embrace manages to save him. Rest of KG Gold need to get something here in order to find a return kill, but the Troll has Jesus Battle Strand, so he's just gonna go down. Old Chicken, another death out from KG, really losing their lead here as the illusory orb from E just gonna let him get out of there. Dark gonna claim that kill as the Dragon Tail from Abed, looking to try and pick up the final kill as E gonna be able to jaunt on out of there. Yep. So 4 for none in favor of Fnatic there. A really good engage. I don't actually know if Kaka died. He should have died, right? Yeah, I think he claimed the kill on him. No, he didn't. So yeah, that fight was 3 for 1, or 3 for none in favor of Fnatic. Game's looking pretty good, I think, overall, for Fnatic. Like, your goal at this point is your Jug to get enough items. Okay, yeah, he's going for an aggressive blink, so he wants to start fights with Omni Slash, it looks like. As well as just be more mobile around the fights. Kind of need it to chase around those, that fast Doom and those slippery supports and the slippery puck. So a good item, good choice. Goes from the Manta next to deny the silence. So that's also a good item of choice. Abed, probably going to be the one, yep, to get the Blink Dagger. Also for initiation. He's probably going to be the one to make the initiations here in this game, so try to keep an eye on him on the side of Fnatic since they have the advantage right now with that 1k lead. KG smoking up though, potentially looking for a move here on the mid lane as Abed caught unawares. The Infernal Blade almost gets missed. The Winner's Curse out on the E though. Can they take him down? Now his teammates are going to spare his life. Winner's Curse though, used in exchange for saving Abed's life. Perhaps used a little too hasty. They did have the Doom though, along with the Dream Coil, so there is potential to kill Abed. Really good potential to kill Abed there, but if Fnatic TP'd in time or responded in time, I think it would have been easy to save him without having to commit an ulti, but no harm, no foul. Invis rune in the top side of the river should get picked up from DJ here. Another Invis. Ooh, actually, yep, he's gonna take it. Should be, as it allows him to kind of scout out, get some vision, though. They do have a lot of sentries in the jungle here. KG ready for the Nyx to advance up on the shrines. So DJ probably knowing the better of the two decisions and opting not to press his advantage. Ice though, yep. Figuring it's enough times for me to get ganked that I'm not gonna take it anymore. The scan spotting out the movement from KG there, so a good move by Ice. Looks like they were also playing around the bounty hunter timers or the bounty rune timers as well. So 3 for 1 in favor of Fnatic. Fnatic looking pretty clean here at the 20-minute mark, 2k ahead of their opponents, though they were slightly behind earlier. Looks like they're starting to stabilize pretty well now. Jabs opting for a 4-staff here. Pretty good decision. The Vendetta from DJ coming out as he has his Spirit Vessel to help out with taking out those tanky heroes, like a Doom. Yeah, it looks like Mech out from Ice. She's going to be going mostly defensive items from here on out. The Hood coming in next, probably followed by the Guardian Greaves or the Pipe. I think the Pipe's going to come out next since the Finger and the Doom and the Dream Coil Puck from Puck are all large sources of magic damage and probably the biggest sources of damage in these fights lately. MP, you got your Blink yet, buddy? Does not. Is actually probably going to pick it up now from going to the side shop. Yeah, it looks like. So that Blink's going to actually double as both like mobility in fights as well as mobility across the map. So it's going to be nice to let him, ooh, Doom out onto Ice. Ice looks like 11. Going to be a bit of trouble here. Spike Carabus locks him down, the Scorching Earth stunning him, as well as the follow-up Impale. Movement speed not going to be enough to save you this time. It's unfortunately the Omni Slash is committed. A bit of a miscommunication there as Ice did have the HS to lock him down, but MP, unsure of whether or not he was going to lose another kill, went for the Omni Slash to secure things out. Abed looking for some aggression here. Blink Dragon form with the Dragon Tail. Going to pick up the kill in the dark. KG really looking on the back foot here. Yeah, that's not good. Everyone on KG that's farming should be farming, but not as efficiently as he can because Chicken has to go and find farm on the opposite side of the jungle, which is not optimal. Puts him at risk for getting picked off, especially if Fnatic decide not to continue top, where they don't have any more towers to take other than the shrine. But can't help it. That's the way it goes. Yeah, I think at this point Fnatic are going to pressure Roche, and once they pressure Roche, they're going to go for shrines. But in order to pressure Roche, they need to get a pick, which necessitates them having to run up on someone like 11 here. He does not have Doom. Unable to catch up to MP here, who actually uses his spin, tailless finger from Kaka with the Dream Coil from E, manages to land that kill pretty easily. Unfortunate for him, can't run away from a Doom. The Scorching Earth movement speed is too good. He actually didn't take the talent. So if he had taken the talent, he would have been faster. But it's not necessary because he has the drums. And a blink. And phase boots. So everything he needs to chase down MP. I'm surprised MP wasn't able to get a blink off during his spin. That's good on the Doom 11 to continue to auto attack the jug, prevent him from blinking. As KG with that pick stabilized pretty well. The troll's now ahead in gold net worth. Doom surprisingly okay, so yes, so they were waiting really mostly for the troll to get Battle Fury. Now he's gonna be able to pick up a lot more farm, clear speed. Has a Yasha now. Probably will go immediately in the BKB, try and fight now. But what? Wait, did that cleave go on the ranged attack? Hang on, I have to see this. I'm sorry. Can we look at this? Watch. That was a cleave. He just cleaved with the ranged attack. I didn't know that was possible. That's broken. Wait, does that mean you can cleave from like the first attack from range, or is it just like every attack from range? Because I don't like every attack from range. Alright, well, we'll take a look at it again. Watch. No, he's gonna go melee. Okay, turn to range. Go to range. Go to range, please. Just go to range. 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 It happened again. So is it the first hit from Battle Fury? I'm not too sure. Oh well. I'll have to keep an eye on that, figure things out, maybe test it out in the sandbox mode as Ice up here in the jungle. Pretty precarious position for you, buddy. As the blink from Abed straight onto the shrine with the combined Omni Slash on the Kaka takes him out of or nope, that's not Kaka, that's E, that's the mid laner, that's out immediately. Next gonna be the position 5. Unfortunately for him, Kata goes down. Dark gonna be the casualty there along with his mid laner as they get the pick they need for Roche. So that's a Roshan for Fnatic here, unless, yep, no buyback from the puck or the Coddle. So, Chicken's not going to be in a position to fight since he only has Battle Fury and Yasha. 11 kind of can't fight since he has BKB. He's actually in the gold lead right now. Surprised Chicken doesn't have a BKB at this point. But, yeah, not much else can be done here for this Roche. So, Fnatic are going to pick this up. In all likelihood, it's probably going to go to Abed instead of MP. I can expect it to since Abed. It's probably going to be the front liner most of the time initiations. As the blink comes in from Kaka, bold attempt to try and deny the Aegis with that Earth Spike, but the casualty is actually going to be 11, who blinks in along with his offlaner. Winter's Curse going to lock down Old Chicken, so it's going to be a big pick if they get this on the Troll. The Battle Trance is still available though, as the Dream Coil goes down to Ice. Looks like the lockdown is enough, but the Battle Trance does get activated for Chicken, so he might try to make a stand here, but the rest of his teammates are gone. Yep. Again and again, pro players who make mistakes don't have their teammates around them. And that's a clear sign that was an oopsie. But yeah, good initiation from there from Fnatic. Didn't even see that play happen in advance, so my bad there, guys. But yeah, surprisingly enough, just the fact that 11 and Old Chicken are still farming just makes it so that they're still not at like a huge disadvantage in terms of net worth. And it's so surprising. Fnatic are constantly picking them off. Like, look, even the pressure here onto this puck, the Chakram not going to be able to deny the blink, unfortunately, since he can blink out of phase shift as the blink Earth Spike comes out on Abed. Bale's going to come down to drain his mana with the burst, combined together with a finger. Doom comes down, but the BKB is activated by Abed. BKB activated by 11 as well. The puck on the backside to try to get the flank, but the Will-O-Wisp locked down 2 members of Fnatic as the Cold Embrace keeps our boy Abed live long enough for him to be able to commit Dragon Form at the end of this fight. Jab's in a bit of trouble now though as the Inverter Blade hits him. Where is MP in this fight? Is MP even here? Oh, he is here. Now, potentially coming up for a follow-up as Abed hits that Dragon Tail onto Kaka. Looks like Kaka is going to be the casualty here, along with 11, who for some reason decides to go the opposite way. Not a good exit. Could just really walk upwards, but Guess he was feeling pressured for the rest of Fnatic, kind of coming in from the mid lane here. So either way, advantage to Fnatic for this. Looks like the game could possibly get closed out here. They're going to go for the racks at least, since they do have Aegis. The blink in, follow up, yep, almost immediately onto Dark, who goes with the immediate buyback. Kaka also buying back here. Does not have Finger though, so a lot of ultis down for this fight. Battle Trance and Dreamcoil really being the only two things available, as the Dragon Kill still goes out immediately, followed by the Earth Spike from Kaka. Dreamcoil going to go down, but Chicken's in a bit of a situation here as he gets cold embraced almost immediately. Follow up should come back from Fnatic here in a second, but the BKB is there, so the Dragon Tail cannot come down. Battle Trance still available for KG, but not enough tools for them to fight. Here's the Air Spike. Locks Abed up as he goes for the Dragon Tail into Dark. Dark, this could be a dieback. Here's another hit. Clears him out. That's a dieback for the Coddle. Blink in from E here as the puck unfortunately gets hit by the Spike Carapace. Nice Spike Carapace from DJ here to secure that kill. The Nyx is a pretty good pick against the puck, I'd say. Pretty much like all of the characters that have like long range abilities are really good. Are really countered by the Nyx engage from Spike Carapace as 11 making a slight mistake with this next blink in. Inferno Blade is out with the BKB though, trying to kill this Abed here. Finger is up from Kaka, almost nails him down, but Abed unfortunately, doesn't go down. The BKB gonna be enough to deny the damage. Looks like the last tick of Inferno Blade wasn't enough, but he BKB just in case. 11 gonna be picked up in consequence of failing that kill, but that's all she wrote for this game pretty much. Fnatic are gonna probably clean up the racks here in just a bit of a second, though. E as well as Dark are coming up just as Kaka goes down. That is a dieback too as well. I believe the dieback is also oh no, Doom has not committed buyback yet, so maybe he greeted out for items and went for engage there. Unfortunately for him, as the blink from Abed proves to be a little too strong for the members of KG. Free reign pretty much for Fnatic in this game. Yeah. Can't say too much else about it. Illuminate's gonna come out here. Spike Carapace is trying to stun him up, it doesn't reach him. Atos out onto E, together with that chakra and phase shift gonna put him out as BKB is active for him from Chicken. Vendetta out from DJ to remain in stealth as Will-O-Wisp has 2 people on Fnatic. Another one gonna come out as 3 members of Fnatic are locked up. The Cold Embrace gonna disengage pretty well though, as the Troll could potentially kill his teammate here. Instead 11's gonna survive with just a slight amount of health. The Omni Slash not gonna be able to finish him as it does manage to finish Dark. The unlucky boy. Aegis gets popped from MP there as the Troll goes ham on Ice, but the Cold Embrace is going to deny him. Winter Wyvern, an excellent pick for this game against the Troll Warlord. Battle France is down as the GG calls are out from KG. Game 1 gonna go to Fnatic here pretty convincingly as the Ancient falls. And wow, all the way up to a 14k lead there at the end there for Fnatic, so pretty convincing game here. We'll move on to game 2 shortly. As a quick summary, yeah, KG were not prepared for that. Fnatic went for the early power spike with the Juggernaut, going for the Yasha instead of the Battle Fury, whereas the Troll opted for the farming item Battle Fury. In all honesty, could have managed probably with something like a Sage and Yasha. I would have appreciated probably a Magnus pick instead of this Coddle pick. I think it functions the same way, even like more aggressively so that the Lion could have come down for roams. I think a Magnus pick would have been decent here. I just don't like the Coddle pick. I think it's too focused on late game or mid game rather than the early game, and the Illuminates are not good enough, but I don't know. Fnatic took a really aggressive stance here with that tri-lane in the bottom after like the first 5 minutes, so that was a good change of pace for them. Hopefully Keen Gaming come with a good response in the next game, otherwise we might see a clean 2-0 from Fnatic, but this is the winner's bracket, so they can afford to lose a couple games. Other than that, that's going to be the video for now. We'll go on to game 2 in the next video. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe as always, guys. Appreciate everything you do. And I will see you all later for the next game. Peace.